Fox 8. David Rogers is a record-setting quarterback at Kent Roosevelt, but that's not all. He is taking the Rough Riders to unprecedented territory, and as Dan Coughlin reports, he's the Fox 8 Athlete of the Week.
Coach Ed Becker made Dave the starter in the middle of his sophomore season, and life changed at Kent Roosevelt.
He's what you'd call a coach's dream, I think, that we want to describe Dave Rogers as.
Last year, Kent Roosevelt had his first winning season in 8 years. The Rough Riders have never been to the playoffs, but this year they're a perfect 7-0.
In the last 22 starts, we're 17-5.
Look at his stats. He holds all his school passing records, yards, and touchdowns. This year, he's passed for 1,830 yards and 16 touchdowns. 260 yards a game. He's big, 6'3" and 230 pounds, and he's run for 9 touchdowns. He's also big in the classroom. He has a 3.5 grade point average. One of his favorites is Mrs. DeMarco's U.S. government class. One college coach called him one of the best 3 senior quarterbacks in the state of Ohio, but he seems to be a secret.
I'm surprised nobody's verbally offered him a scholarship yet.
Well, I've always been a Buckeye fan, but I don't think that's going to happen, so I don't know. I'm really open to anything right now. So.
Kent State?
They said they're interested, but we'll see what happens.
He subscribes to old-fashioned values. He likes Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles. This is Dan Coughlin in Kent with the Fox 8 Athlete of the Week.
Jimi Hendrix, all right. Well, we had an overwhelming response on our first ever MyFoxCleveland.com poll game of the week. The response incredible. And tomorrow night, our game is Normandy and Brunswick. Final totals had that game getting 55% to West Geauga. Perry's game getting 49%. The other 2 games getting the rest. The 4 games on the poll will be covered. Check out Week 8, Friday night. Touchdown, everybody. And of course, the